In this module, we will have two parts to it. In the first part, we will discuss while loop, and in the second part, we will discuss for loop. So let's first see how to implement a while loop in C++. So, while loops. Let's first look at the syntax of a while loop, and this is what it is. You write exactly like that while, and you put the condition inside the parentheses, and these are all the statements which you want to be executed repeatedly as long as certain condition is true, and you enclose them inside the curly braces. And again, it's a good practice to put this comment and while. So what happens? First, this condition is evaluated. If this condition evaluates to true, we execute these statements, and then we go back and we test the condition again. If it evaluates to true, we execute again and go back, and we keep on executing as long as this condition is true. When this condition evaluates to false, we exit the loop. So actually, we have two types of while loops. We have counter control loop and the event control loop. So let's first see an example of a counter control loop. In a counter control loop, we will have three things. First, we will have initialization. Like in our case, we have this variable count, which is a counter variable. Then we will have a condition, and we will have a update. These are the three things: initialization, a condition, and an update. Now let's trace this code. So first, count is initialized to 1, and then we test this condition. Is count less than or equal to 3? It is. So we come and display the count. So far count is 1, and we display 1. And then count is increased to 2. And then this is end while, so we go back. Is count less than or equal 3? It is. So we display 2. So we have like this. And then count is increased to 3. We go back. Is count less than or equal to 3? It is. So we display count. And then count is increased to 4. But we go back, and now we test the condition again. Is count less than or equal 3? It is not. So we do not display the count. So that's how the variable count changes. So let's go to our program and let's run it. So this is our program, and let's compile and run it. And here is our output. Count is 1. I have already explained to you, and because of this cout, it will start from 1, 2, 3, and when it becomes 4, the loop stops. We don't have to always update by 1. We can update by various amounts. So let's look at the second example. Here, the initial value is set to 2, and we are updating by 2. So let's see how the output looks like now. And guys, this is our output. We started with 2, and we kept on repeating as long as the count is less than or equal to 20. And every time in each iteration, the count was updated by 2. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. Let's look at one more scenario. Here, instead of increasing, we are decreasing the count by 3. And we are starting with the value 10. Let's see how the output looks like now. See, we started with 10, so 10 is displayed. Then count is decreased by 3, so we got 7. Then again decreased by 3, we got 4, and then 1. And then when it decreased again, the count became -2. And when we go back, it's not greater than 0, and the loop stopped. Let's look at one more scenario. Yeah, in this case, we are displaying the number and its square from 1 to 10. Let's look at the output first. And this is our output. First, count is set to 1, and we are displaying the count, which is here, and the square. We are displaying the heading, this number and square, which is coming from line 6, and this underline is coming from 7. And you can see we are using \t 2 times to align the columns. So this code will display the numbers and their squares from 1 to 10. Now, so far, the examples which we had seen, they were count control. Let's see an example of an event control loop. And this is our complete program. And what this program does, it prompts the user for sales, and it keeps the running total. At the end, it will display the total sales and how many sales were made. So we have 3 variables. Total sales will display the total sales, and sales and the count keeps the number of sales. And we prompt the user for the first sale, and we keep on repeating as long as the sales is greater than 0. So that's why it is called event control, because an event is controlling the loop. It depends on the amount of sales. As soon as we enter 0 or an amount which is less than 0, this loop will stop, and then it will display total sales and the total number of sales. So let's run this program, and it is prompting me to enter the first sales. This is coming from line 13 and 14. So let's say I enter sale, 500. And now I am inside the loop. It's prompting me enter another sales. Let's say 100. And you see the loop is repeating again and again because my sales was greater than 0. Let me enter 200. It's asking me again 100. And let's say now I want to stop the loop, so I will enter 0. And here it is. Total sales is 900. You can see 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Total number of sales 4. So you saw an example of a event control loop. So in the second part, we will see the for loop. So thank you for watching this video.